We're just waiting to go live here. Testing my connection. Looking good. And this should be going out to Facebook and YouTube and the Monday Motivation website. Let's just see here. Should be coming soon. And it looks like we are live. Wow. Okay, so we're live on the Monday Motivation website and on Facebook. Let's see what's happening here. Looks like we're live on Facebook, so that's good. Oh, it says Club Kedron. Oops. Shouldn't say that. Oh well. That was the previous job. I'll talk about Club Kedron in a couple of minutes. Are we on YouTube? Let's see if we're here. Okay, we are. Let's just see if we can fix that name. How did it get that name? Just give me a moment here. Let's see. We're just working through some technical stuff here. Thank you for being patient. And it's showing that we are live, so that's good. Looks like all feeds are live. Welcome to Monday Motivation, PowerPoints for Successful Christian Living. We decided to do this broadcast live. It was originally my intention to do some live broadcasts, and we decided now's the time to do it. I'll talk about why in a few minutes. And we're glad that you're here to join us, whether you're live right now or watching this at some point in the future. We're actually broadcasting this to our website, monday-motivation.ca. It's going to our Facebook page, Monday Motivation Webcast, and also our YouTube channel. So we're trying a few different things, although most people do watch us through Facebook. A bit of my background: I'm Bruce Richardson, and I was a teacher for many years. I love to teach. That's my speaking style. For 15 years, my wife and I had a private career college, and during that time, my speaking or my teaching skills were fine-tuned, highly developed. And teaching, though, especially the technology subjects, computer networking and office applications, computer applications, programming, teaching is quite a bit different than public speaking, although you are speaking in front of people. With teaching, you have your lesson notes all prepared ahead of time, you have your lesson plan, and you get up and you deliver the knowledge that you're trying to convey. And the easy part about teaching is, in a private college, the students paid to be there, and because they paid to be there, they want to pass, so everybody claps, everybody loves what you say, nobody complains, nobody critiques you most of the time. So it's actually quite easy to speak in front of students that want to appeal to you and are appealing for good grades. Then once we sold the private college and I moved into other IT management areas and pursued IT and project management, I was still speaking with very small groups, but my opportunities to speak diminished. And then also, too, my speaking style is very technical. I am good at taking ideas and breaking them down into simple steps that people can understand and work with. That's one of my strong points in teaching. But I didn't see myself as confident in front of strangers. I didn't see myself as a dynamic speaker. I love to watch people who are dynamic speakers who they can just get up and woo the crowd and draw them in regardless of what they say. They've just got such a charismatic personality. They just draw people in. And I love speakers like that, but that's not me. That's not my style. So 5 years ago, I went and I joined Toastmasters. One, to get more practice with speaking and to fine-tune my speaking style. And second of all, in Toastmasters, they do something called table topics. And I hated table topics initially. I can tolerate them now. But with table topics, you walk up to the front and you're given some random subject as you're walking up, and you have 1 to 2 minutes to talk about it. Totally off the cuff, totally spontaneous, no lesson plans, no notes, no time to think about it. Just get up there and talk. And I'm getting better at it, but it's still a challenge for me. Even this live broadcast, I don't have notes. I have an idea of what I want to cover, and I've got a couple of important announcements, interesting announcements. I'll save them. They're coming too. But that is what scared me. And then in the Monday Motivation, doing the pre-recorded broadcasts, I can do retakes. If I say something stupid or if I get tangled up on my words, I can just stop, start over again, or I can edit that part out. So pre-recorded is actually quite easy to work with. But when you go live, if I make a mistake and if I embarrass myself right now, or if I don't pronounce a word properly, or if I say something stupid, I can't go back. You hear it, and there's no taking it back. So that's why it's a bit more scary going live. But a friend and mentor of mine, when I was talking about fear, he said, "You don't like doing live broadcasts, do you?" I said, "No." He says, "You're scared of them." I said, next question. But yeah, to be honest, I had the fear or extreme dislike of doing live broadcasts. And he said, "You got to do them. You got to try it." So we're going to do live this week, and we'll do live next week. And I'll go here, I'll look for comments and things like that in a couple of minutes. So if you have any comments or ideas, please do share. Then late last year, I was thinking, what do I want to do? I feel the Lord leading me. I feel leading into getting into public speaking, but I don't have any real platform. And it's the chicken and the egg. You want to speak? Okay, where have you spoke before? What's your platform? You don't have that? Well, we're not going to give you a chance to speak. So it's the chicken and the egg. So I've had lots of practice speaking in front of Toastmasters, but now I wanted to take that out beyond Toastmasters. And I have a heart, I have a desire to help people succeed. The tagline that I use for Monday Motivation is PowerPoints for Successful Christian Living. I want to share tips, ideas, things that will help people succeed in life, to be successful. Life is difficult, and so many people, they are challenged in different ways, and myself included in certain areas, live far below what we're capable of, or in many cases below what God intended us to be. If you're a Christian, God created you for a purpose. But we live far below the purpose for which He created us. We just exist. Another tagline that I like to use is, we strive to survive. Day by day, we're striving. Go to work 8 to 10 hours. Come home, just manage to scrape the kids through homework and dinner, and then we're exhausted. We have to get kids to bed, and it's just striving day after day after day. Striving with our finances each month. We just managed to pay the bills and pay off a little bit of the credit card. But we strive in so many areas. Or our career. We strive in our career. We want to get ahead. We want to do better. We want to move to this position. We want to do that. But we strive, but we fail to get ahead. We strive, but we're only surviving. And what I want to do, and I've had a lot of experience in business, I've had experience in education, I've had experience in the government sector and project management, and a lot of experience dealing with people and mentoring people, coaching people. I want to take that combination and all that experience, and with that deliver tips and ideas to help people move from the strive to the thrive. We want to thrive. We want to be everything that God created us to be. And that's my purpose. That's my motivation in doing the Monday motivation. And yes, it was scary. Yes, it was hard. It's hard to get up in front of a camera and talk. But by doing that, by forcing myself to do that, again, that's overcoming that fear factor. Knowing that I prayed about it, this is something God wants me to do. Then by faith, I did the preparation. It's not a lack of preparation on my part. I did the preparation, I did the Toastmasters, and now, okay, it's time. We do the Monday motivation. So I prayed about it, came up with the name, the theme, the ideas, and I have lots of material, probably enough to do me for a year, but I'm trusting the Lord to continue to give me more ideas and new material. There's always more areas where we can grow, where we can move from strive to thrive. So I want to work with you. Now, Monday Motivation is not all about me. I bring in guest speakers, and I want to make it a lot more interactive. Actually, talking about that, let's just take a quick look at any comments that have come in. By being in multiple platforms, I do have to watch, just monitor multiple areas here. Sorry. Yeah, just looking to see if there's any comments. Appreciate your patience. Oh, we got a few likes. Okay, 2 comments. Hey, dude, and hi, Bruce. Welcome, Chantel. Welcome, Vicky. Glad you're watching the broadcast. I know you guys have been followers of Monday Motivation from the earlier days, so appreciate you coming on and joining in here. Excuse me. If you guys have any ideas, any feedback, any thoughts for future topics, if you find this valuable, or if there's ways that we can use Monday Motivation to bring more value, please do speak up. Share it in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. Along that theme, to make it more interactive and engaging, the first announcement that I have is I have started a private group, and it is called, I'll share it after I finish the broadcast, Monday Motivation, Inspire, Share, Connect. So it's a private group. If you're already part of the page, you can join that group. I'll share the link right now. It's a Facebook group, Monday Motivation, Inspire, Share, Connect. And what I want to do is I want to make this, oh, and I see Brenda Harton on there. It's actually, Brenda, there's more than just you. It's showing in a few places. I'm just sharing it here. Love that it's live this time. It's always scary going live, but it's so awesome. Yes, it is. I'm just sharing here. And that group, it's a closed group, but what I want to do is I want to use it for people to share ideas, thoughts, comments. It can be on whatever I spoke about that week, or it can just be something that's on your mind. But if you have something that you want to share with the group that might inspire people, that might help people connect with the group, it's a community. I want it to be a community where everybody can come together and share ideas that are positive, that are encouraging, that it will help other people move from from survive to strive. See, I can't edit that out. You heard my mistake. But with that group, please feel free to post comments, ideas, thoughts, be respectful of others. So you're welcome to join it, because I want Monday Motivation to be a community of people that all work together sharing ideas. I'm open to the idea of bringing people on to the webcast. I've had John, who feeds the homeless people in downtown Oshawa. I've had Robin, who was homeless for a period of time, sharing her story. Money Coach Mike, he's been on the broadcast talking about finances during this COVID time. So I do like bringing other people in. I have lots of ideas, but to round it out, it's not just about me and my ideas, it's a community of people. So if you want to get on a broadcast and you have an idea, I'd love to interview you or have you share your idea. In the meantime, though, post it to that group. Let's use that as a community group for people to share ideas and encourage each other to become better, to become everything that God wanted us to be. So that was one announcement. It's a new Facebook group, Monday Motivation, Inspire, Share, Connect is the name of the group, and the link is in the chat. I'll also include it in the YouTube and the website once I update that. But please join. We'd love to have you join that group and share and contribute to the group. It's not passive, it's active. Get in there, share your thoughts, share your ideas, share your experience. Every one of you has life experiences that you've learned from that you can share with other people to help them learn. So yeah, please do share. Monday Motivation is delivered by Facebook, and I started off on YouTube, and it grew very slowly on YouTube, and then I opened it up to Facebook, and it's actually grown fairly rapidly through Facebook. My largest base of people who watch it is on Facebook, so if that's where I see everybody is right now. So we'll continue to do that in our Facebook group, and I share it on my personal page. But if you use Facebook, make sure you like the Monday Motivation page, join the group. I also have a Monday Motivation website. It's monday-motivation.ca. monday-motivation.ca. If you go there, it has an archive of all the past broadcasts. You say, hey, Bruce had some great ideas on that. I want to go look at that. Well, go take a look at one of our previous broadcasts. It also has a feedback form if you want to send feedback privately. You're welcome to use Facebook. You're welcome to use a group. But if you want to send private feedback to me personally, use the feedback form on our website. There's also a place where you can subscribe to our email list. Some people choose to get it by email if they're not on social media, or things can slip through the cracks. There's so much information on social media. If you want it in your inbox, subscribe to our email list, or just shoot me a quick, yeah, I'd like to subscribe, and I'll look after that for you. But yeah, go to our website, subscribe to our mail list, use the feedback form, and there's an archive of all the past broadcasts on the website. And you can also pick a topic and see the broadcasts from that topic. So my goal moving forward, I think you see the heart behind Monday Motivation, and my goal moving forward is to make it more of an interactive community. I'll continue to do these weekly broadcasts, but I want it to be much more interactive, and I want to get you involved and have everybody as a part of it, a community. So please, if you want to contribute, if you want to be part of that, make sure you join the group. It's in the chat, or email me, message me if you need the link again. The next announcement that I have is on September 2nd. Just let me check the date, make sure I'm getting the right date. On Wednesday, September 2nd, at 7 o'clock, I'm doing a workshop on time management. It is, yeah, I'm doing a workshop on time management. And it's going to look at both the aspects of managing your time on a daily and a weekly basis, so in smaller segments, or micromanagement if you want to call it that, managing our time within smaller segments. And it's also going to look at managing our time over the long term, coming up with life plans. There is so much time we could do if we managed our time much more wisely. So it'll be an hour to an hour and a half, a free workshop. It's actually free, September 2nd, 7 p.m. I don't have a way to sign up for it, but I will be sharing a Zoom link. It's going to be done via Zoom, so it's interactive. There'll be a chance to ask questions, to do Q&A. So we call it a micro training on time management. Wednesday, September 2nd, 7 p.m. If you think you can get better at time, if you're an expert at time management, maybe I can get some tips from you. If you're not, if it's something you can do better at, I'd love to have you join that micro training. And this is actually being offered in partnership with History Makers. I do some finance and admin work. I'm a trainer and a coach with History Makers. And this training is actually part of the History Makers curriculum. So I will be sharing that training Wednesday, September 2nd, 7 p.m. Mark that in your calendar. You'll see more about that. I just wanted to make that announcement today. It's still a little ways out. It's still a month out. But get in your calendar. Watch for the Zoom link. Put the Zoom link in your calendar. No need to register, but if you want to shoot me a quick email, say, yeah, I'm coming, I'll make sure you get that link, and we'll be putting that in there. Let's go back to the comments and see if we have any other comments. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate you sharing the video. Okay, Violet says where? Okay, the training, if that's what you mean with regards to the training is actually going to be on Zoom. So Zoom is an online platform. If you go to zoom.us, you can load the program onto your computer, or if you go to the App Store or the Apple Store, you can load it onto your phone. And then it's a video conferencing system called Zoom. Website is zoom.us. Or message me and I can give you instructions how to get that set up on your computer. It does need you to have it on your phone or your computer, and then it's fully interactive video conferencing, being a training. That way it can be interactive and you can ask questions, make comments as we go through the material. So it's on Zoom. Okay, I got it. Thank you. I'm glad I answered your question. See, that's the thing with a live broadcast. This is just one way, and I'm reading your comments. If we go to Zoom, I can actually see you. If you have a camera, we can talk back and forth and have a dialogue by speaking. So we'll be using Zoom for that. I'm just going to see what else we have here. Brenda, you're in the Monday Motivation group. We have other people watching it on the other feeds. Oh, the reason the name came up, Club Kedron. A friend of mine, he might be watching this, Rob, DJ Daddy, we were doing a live broadcast, Club Kedron. He does, since he can't DJ in the bars and weddings and stuff like that, he's been DJing for the neighborhood in his driveway, so we did some live broadcasts for him. So I forgot to change the name. So this is not Club Kedron, but hey, if you ever want to check it out on a Saturday night, check out Club Kedron with DJ Daddy. So that's how the name came up. My apologies for the name mistake. Technology, things happen. And I'm just looking at my website here. And quick refresh. Yep. Okay. Chantel, laugh out loud with Zoom. I only ever type still. Yeah, Zoom lets you have a chat so you can type or get bold, speak up. Hey, there you go, a candidate for Toastmasters. One of the taglines for Toastmasters is find your voice, gain confidence. So if you have trouble speaking up, that's a good place to start. Toastmasters is an excellent environment for that. The past couple of weeks I've talked about confronting your fears. If you have a fear of speaking, or even if you just lack confidence and want to get a chance to improve your speaking skills in front of a group, or Chantel, you do sales. If you just want to improve your speaking skills that way, look into Toastmasters. Embassy has a Toastmasters group that meets on Thursday night now. Talk to Jennifer McGee about that. I'm with Brooklyn Toastmasters. They meet, right now it's online by Zoom, but once we go back to in-person meetings, they meet Tuesday nights up at the Brooklyn Community Center. So yeah, if you want to get bold, or if you join my session on September 2nd, I'll make sure I unmute your mic and I give you an opportunity to speak. But on the subject of speaking, I told my kids, because my kids are like me, they're introverts, they're very shy, they don't want to say much. And you probably don't believe that now. See what Toastmasters did to me? But what I said was, you could be the smartest person in your classroom. You could be the smartest person in the boardroom at the office. Or if you're in a trade, you could be the smartest person on the job site. But if you can't communicate that, nobody knows. All that talent is wasted. So it's important to have smarts, but it's also important to be able to communicate clearly and articulately so that people know what you know, so that you can share that information that you have. So speaking is such an important skill to have, especially, Chantel, in your case, doing sales and interacting with people. And you do speak well, by the way. I've heard you speak to people at church in the park. You do speak well, but just to get better at that, improve that, and become even more confident with it. So something to think about. I'm just throwing that one out there. It's done a lot for me. It's helped me a lot. And really, there isn't anybody I know of that wouldn't benefit from Toastmasters or some type of course where they can work on improving their skills. Toastmasters is good because it's not that expensive. Most clubs meet every week, and it's just nonprofit. Depending on the club, you're probably $200, $250 a year to help cover the costs. And it's just a group where people go through a program. You select different options in the program or different paths, and just work through the material at your own pace. And the group is there to encourage you and to give you feedback. I love you too. Paul Bates, my problem is I speak in circles. Okay, that's where Toastmasters will be good, because what they do is they have a, like say for example you're doing, later on you say doing a 5 to 7 minute speech. So at 5 minutes you see a green card, and that tells you you've met the minimum time. At 6 minutes you see a yellow card, and then at 7 minutes you see a red card, and that means you're done. You've gone overtime. Shut it down. So it does help you. I often like to make notes when I'm speaking, because I must have ADD or something, because I want to say one thing and my mind goes off down some rabbit trail. I actually don't have notes today. I've stuck to my plan pretty good. But that's something that I'm developing over time. But my speaking, I'd run down all these rabbit trails, and then I would have missed out on the key important points that I wanted to get across. So that's where having notes helps. And I would always get in trouble. I still sometimes use notes in Toastmasters and say, Bruce, you don't need notes, you don't need notes, you don't need notes. And I'm starting to do more without it. But when something is important, I still have cue cards or notes. Not the actual speech written out, but just something to keep me on track so that I don't run down these rabbit trails and then look at it afterwards and go, why did I talk about that? Or I missed that point, or I missed that point. So notes can help with that too. So everybody can get better at speaking. And time management, everybody can get better at time management. But these are two areas in our goals of helping people move from strive, survive, to thrive. We want to thrive. We want to be our best. I'm not a great speaker. Like I say, I'd love to be some eloquent, charismatic speaker where everybody just hangs on to my every word, but that's not me. I'm more of a teaching style, more of a laid-back teaching style. So I have to work with what I've got, but that doesn't mean I can't get better at it. So thanks for the feedback, guys. That's great. So my two now, I'll wrap this up, I guess, unless there's more comments. My two announcements: join the group if you want to be part of an interactive group. Monday Motivation, Inspire, Share, Connect. It's the group, and the link is in the chat there, or message me. I'll send it over to you. And September 2nd, 7 p.m., the micro training on time management. That's done by myself or in cooperation with the History Makers Academy. So looking forward to seeing everybody there. It's been great having you on the broadcast. Thank you very much. Remember those two announcements. And my challenge to you, I always like to finish off with some type of challenge, motivate you. My challenge to you, pick one thing. It's not New Year's, it's not New Year's resolution, but just pick one thing that you want to do a little bit different so that you can get that one little step better. It could be time management, could be speaking, could be just something simple. But just pick one thing, a small thing you want to change. Because life is not often a big change, but we get better with a lot of small changes along the way, along the journey. So it's been great chatting with you guys. Just look for any more comments. Okay, Brenda says, I know Zoom. Yes, I laugh because 6 months ago, or a year ago, Zoom was like, what's Zoom? A handful of people knew. Now, with all of this, there's nobody who doesn't know what Zoom is, and they were all dragged in, kicking and screaming down this path of technology. So yes, everybody knows what Zoom is now pretty well. And in the group. Nothing there. Nothing on YouTube. Just checking. I didn't want to miss anybody's comments. I appreciate you guys leaving comments, so I didn't want to leave anybody out. If I see any more come in, I will respond. But thank you for joining me this week. I appreciate your time. I always try to respect people's time because I know there's so much out there. But if you give me 5-10 minutes of your time, I want to make sure I deliver something of value in return. So I hope I've done that. Have a great week. Look forward to seeing you next week. 7 p.m. We'll go live with Monday Motivation. Take care. God bless.